innovative content, global audience.
Hello, good afternoon. You're welcome to People and Politics on SRTV London. This is Abuja, and my name is Kenneth Paul. With me today is Honorable Dauda Kushu. Thank you. Honorable Dauda is a youth leader, he's a motivator, he's a mentor, and a stakeholder in the All Progressive Congress, which we call the APC down here. Honorable Dauda, you're welcome to.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you. Please, can you introduce yourself better to the viewers out there?
You have said it all, but I'm Comrade Dauda Kushu. That's what they call me. I have been in politics for over 20 years now, and I even contested House of Assembly in APC in Adamawa State this 2022. And as he said, I do motivate and then encourage and mentor young people into politics, and I think it's okay like that.
Okay, that is okay anyway. If you want to, this is People and Politics. Like on this show we look at politics, and especially to how it relates to Nigerians and the events and happening around the political scenario in Nigeria. Today on People and Politics, I want us to look at the contestants, or rather the candidates for the presidential election coming up in Nigeria. In retrospect to the front runners, or rather those who are called the favorites. And today, Honorable, we want to look at your candidates. You're a member of the All Progressive Congress.
Yeah.
And popularly called them Milokans. If I'm not saying out of line,
yeah,
you're the Milokans. And today we want us to talk about Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Yeah.
He is your candidate,
yes, of course.
And I believe you support his candidacy.
100%.
But you see, not being a bit sentimental,
yeah.
Looking at you're a young person, and it looks like most of the young people in Nigeria don't actually support your candidate. From what we see on the social media, it looks like a lot of people are saying he's old, he's unfit to rule, he's sick. What do you want to say about that?
I would love you rephrase the question. That statement that you said most Nigerian youths don't like, that is not
on
true.
Social media?
No, it's not true. The truth about it is that it's not about his age that really matters, because leadership is not about a person. And then if you are looking at his age and then you're talking about him, then you are reducing the leadership to one person. Okay. But governance is not about a person. Governance is about collection of brains put together, and that's why they call it a cabinet. It is the cabinet that really performs the magic, because the president cannot be a minister in works, minister in education, minister in all the ministries. It is people that we bring on board that really matters. And then when it comes to that, we all know who our president to be, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We know his antecedents. Right from 1999, when he became the governor, he is a detribalized Nigerian. He was able to make Igbos from southeastern Nigeria to be even commissioners under his cabinet, and then he was able to bring people far north here to be even commissioners in Lagos. We had people like Aregbosola, who are from Osun State, who became even local government chairman in Lagos. Those are the type of leadership we are all talking about. It's not about the age. If you are talking about the age, Cameroon here, how old is Paul Biya of Cameroon? Since I was born, he has been the leader of Cameroon, and then nobody's talking about it. Actually, how old is Donald Trump? So it's not about the age. It's about what can you do.
But comrade, I don't want to cut you off. Nigeria in itself is a peculiar nation.
Yeah.
You talked about Cameroon.
Yeah.
You talked about the United States of
yes.
America. These are nations with their own sense or other ways that they run their government.
Yeah.
But Nigeria is a nation that requires energy to lead. If we must say the truth, like you talked about Mr. Ahmed Tinubu, when he was the executive governor of Lagos, he did quite reasonable well. Nobody, his antecedents are there to speak for him. But then he was a young person then, and the question now is he strong enough to handle the leadership challenge of being the leader of the most populous black nation on earth, with the peculiarity and the set of challenges we have in Nigeria as it is now, the insecurity, the problem of trying to raise the internally generated revenue. Now we're having a slight down on the sales of oil. We're having bunkering. We're losing money. The question is he fit enough to handle the situation on ground?
He is more than fit. What he really needs is, are you saying that he can? Last week we saw him in Kaduna, where he chaired a meeting for 3 hours talking. So I don't know what you are talking about. It's not the physical. I'm coming. Okay. It's not the physical. You really put it right. You talked about military, that is security. You talk about oil. So all you are telling me is that, can he be able to bring people on board, capable hands that will be placed in those places that will do the magic? It's not a physical combat. It's not a wrestling thing. So I think I'm comfortable with his age. What matters is his willingness, his experience, his competence, his ability. Okay? If his belief in the new Nigeria that we all are agitating for, and the right person at the moment, God have chosen him for us, that I'm convinced that God really loves Nigeria, to bring somebody like Asuwajubola Ahmed Tinubu to be as a candidate of my party, the APC, for the next election 2023. I am comfortable that yes, Nigeria will have a right come 2023 with Asuwajubola Ahmed.
Okay, comrade. You talked about that God has used Himself to pick this man.
Yeah.
And I think the religious card is good to talk about now.
Yeah.
Your candidate is running a Muslim ticket in a society where we have a large number of Christians. We also have a large number, not just the Christians. We have atheists in Nigeria. We have traditional worshippers in Nigeria. We have even the Hindus are in Nigeria as it is. And now you're running a government where it looks like it's only the Muslims that want to be in power. And now when you go back to the southern part of Nigeria, the southeast, the south in question, this is not what they want to hear, because it looks like the whole country is. In fact, if I might to say, you have to pardon me on air. So some people say the plan is to Islamize the country. How truthful is this of you as a member of the All Progressive Congress?
You see, when you were putting the question, I was smiling. Is Nigeria a church or a mosque? Nigeria is not a church, it's not a mosque, it's not a worshipping center, please. I'm coming. It has always been, go to the villa now, that the president is Muslim and the vice president is a Christian. But go there, you will find every religion at the villa. You will find every tribe at the villa. It doesn't matter whether the president or the vice president is, in fact, the religion is just a tool that some people have been using to divide us. But actually, it's not about religion. It's about what can you do? What can you put together? We have seen the vice president that we are all talking about. We brought Kashim Shettima based on competence, his track record. He came in as a governor under the attack of Boko Haram. Before his end of his tenure, we saw what he has done. The best governor that everybody is talking about today, the Professor Zulum of Borno State, that has performed wonders. Who brought him? It was Kashim. These are the type of leaders that have belief in the right way of doing things, and they go as far as checking and then looking for the right people to do the right job. And then Kashim have proven that. What we are talking about is not about religion. It's about capacity. It's about the capability. It's about the dream that we are all yearning for. You see, you can bring a Christian. You can bring a pagan. He's not going to do his religion there. If Tinubu could hold a wife as a Christian for over 40 years, he did not Islamize his wife that he sleep on the same bed with. His children, he did not Islamize them. How dare somebody could start thinking in the name of politics that Asuwajubola Ahmed Tinubu want to Islamize Nigeria? We are used to it in APC. The same thing was said about Muhammadu Buhari. But this same Muhammadu Buhari prove to Nigerians that issue of Islamizing, nobody can Islamize or Christianize Nigeria. Nigeria is bigger than all those things, but it's all about who can do what. And then I believe Suwaju coming from the southwest, and then Kashim Shettima coming from the northern blend. It's a total blend, south and north. It doesn't matter about religion. Nobody can Islamize Nigeria. If Muhammadu Buhari, that everybody said is rigid, is this, is that, could not Islamize Nigeria. He had a vice president who is a pastor from a Redeemed Church, and then today nobody is talking about Buhari. I think it's high time, I want to use this medium. Please, it's high time we remove this issue of sentiment. Sentiment is not good for our governance. We should be talking about competence. It doesn't matter your tribe. It doesn't matter your religion. It doesn't matter where you come from. In fact, if I would have my chance, issue of religion, your state should be removed from any profile of Nigerian. Please, I don't see that one as I don't want you to go this that, I'm sorry to use this word, myopic thinking that somebody could Islamize or Christianize Nigeria. Nigeria is too big for that.
But comrade, these are valid points, or rather valid concerns of many Nigerians.
Are you saying, sorry to cut you, are you saying that the Igbos, the Christians, the reverends will not have a space in the government? Remember, his wife is a pastor from Redeemed Church. She is the pastor. His children are Christians. Are you saying that in the APC, where we have the Igbos, the Hausas, the Ishakiri, the Yorubas, are you saying that in the government is only the Muslims that are going to form the government? It's not true. It can never to be true. In fact, I don't see why we should waste even our time talking about this. Governance, the villa there before, it will always be for Nigerians, regardless of who they are, regardless of their religion, regardless of their tribe. Our emotions shouldn't come to play. Let's look at, tell me, can their track record, have they done anything that can convince Nigerians that if given the chance, they can do the magic? Nigeria, we are facing so many challenges. We are looking for competent, tested, credible hands that can transform this country to our dream. I think this is where we should be focusing our mind on, please.
And now you're talking about the idea of transforming Nigeria to a Nigeria of our dreams, which I believe is the Nigeria of the founding fathers, those that believed in the harmony, in the unity and the cohesion of the country as one indivisible country. Now the question is, Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been known over time to bring up policies that are socialist in nature, kind of policies where he always campaigns and says, that his government is going to share money, his government is going to bring money to the youth, his government is going to do this and it's going to do that, and at the end of the day, it looks like these are empty promises. I have a reason for saying this. In 2015, he was part of those that campaigned for Muhammadu Buhari when they said that the dollar was going to fall back to 1 naira for $1. And as it is now, a dollar is about 800 naira or 790 in the black market. He was among those that said when the administration of Muhammadu Buhari is in power, that they will make sure that the fuel is there for everybody to purchase. They're going to decentralize NMPC, make sure the product is there, work on the refineries, and these are not being done. And now people are saying, is he not playing to the gallery as usual? How do we know that he is going to bring the change as it is now? Because Nigerians are saying that they are not feeling the change that the change promised. And now you're telling us you want to continue on the legacy of this administration. How exactly you are a stakeholder in APC? How do you expect Nigerians, young people, to believe that this government, the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if he should win, is going to do much more better than the administration of Muhammadu Buhari? Get
this. Government is about continuity. When Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu said he's going to continue from where Muhammadu Buhari is going to stop, it's a reality. I have heard people talk about this severally. There are gains that this government have recorded. There are loopholes, there are areas this government could not perform. That is a reality about every government. But what we are saying, the good ones, that this government have recorded, that is the one Asuwaji Bola Ahmed is going to build on. There are programs and systems that have just started but has not been completed, like the refineries you are talking about. We know, even last week, last week, the federal government signed a contract with Daewoo to refurbish the Kaduna refinery. And then we know about the one coming up by Aliko Dangote in Lagos. Who gave him this chance? It was Asuwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu that gave Dangote that particular platform and the opportunity to do what the magic that by next year it will take up. So what are we saying? All we are saying is that the good part of the government of Muhammadu Buhari, Tinubu is going to consolidate on them. And where the government have started a project that have not completed, he is going to complete, because government is all about continuity. But where there are areas that we couldn't perform, the Asuwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu will concentrate on that and change them. So this is what we are saying. And then we all know the history of Asuwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Asuwaji is not the type of person that you think as a common normal politician that will just talk and then they just talk for talking's sake. No, it's an action man. It's talk and do. You have said, you have seen that one. Go back to Lagos and then you'll find out. It amazed me when we are even talking about Asuwaji. Please, among the other contestants, who have track records that can be compared with that of Asuwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
But we'll come to that.
So this is what we are saying. When he was in Lagos, he promised to transform Lagos. His dream. He sat down and dreamed that Lagos should be the leading city in Africa. That was 1999. Nobody could believe. We know what Lagos used to be. The insecurity, the dirtiness, the everything, the rowdiness. Nobody wants to even stay in Lagos then. But this man had a dream that of a new Lagos state. And then he brought people on board. He brought brands on board. Call everybody, Igbos, the Yorubas, the Angotes, the Otedolas who were in Lagos, all the business class and the intellectual class, the technocrats, come, let's sit together. Let's discuss the new dream that I have for Lagos. How do we do it? They developed a master plan. He stood by the master plan. Today we know what Lagos is. It's the third largest city and the most beautiful city in Africa. And then it's a 50-year plan. It's just 20-something years. It's less than 30 years. So by the time it will get to maybe in the next 4 or 5 years, the dream of 50 years will be achieved. The same thing. People like, you see, they say by the fruits we shall know them. If Asuwaji promised to transform Lagos in 50 years, and in 20-something years, Lagos is transformed, and everybody globally have witnessed that one and believe in that. Anything Tinubu tell you about transforming Nigeria, you just have to believe, except if you want to go by your whatever reasons that you want to hold to. Thank you.
Well, you talked about the track record,
yeah,
and you know what he has been able to do in Lagos State. Now, most people say at what cost? At what cost, in the sense that it is on record that most of the big, I will use this word, most of the big investments in Lagos State, I'm talking about the Lekki Tollgate, most of them are being attributed to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Most people have, in fact, the mindset has been that he is the godfather of Lagos, not just politically, but economically. That he has a grip. In fact, there was a time something came up called Alpha Beta, which is believed to be the company that collects revenue in Lagos State. And the report was a bit kind of indicting to him that he has a stake in this company that takes about, is it 10% now, or 5% or 1% of whatever comes to Lagos State. Now the question is, like you said, track record. If we bring this man from Lagos State to replicate what he has been able to do in Lagos State in the terms of infrastructure and in terms of being able to run a cohesive government, which I will give to him any day, that he has been able to assemble a cabinet of sharp minds, a cabinet that even the present the Vice President of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osibanjo, cannot be attributed to that cabinet. We had Fashola and the Ambodis and everybody he's been able to groom up. But the question is now, based on past records, is he not going to take Nigeria for a ride in the sense of taking over, government institutions, taking over government investments, and turning it to a private entity? Remember, sir, that it is on record that his daughter is the Yaloji of Lagos market. It is on record that his son is the one that controls the signage and other advertisement in Lagos State. Now the question is, when you give power to such person, how are we sure that he will not capture investment, or rather things that belong to Nigeria, and turn it for his personal use?
Mr. Kenneth, what is your problem? Listen. If my dream and you is to fix this room, okay, it doesn't matter who comes to fix it. Is the room fixed? Is what should be our issue. I don't want to go into whether he owns this or he doesn't own that or he owns those. The people that put his daughter Aloja or whatever that you said in being a businesswoman, and most of that position is usually by election. And then what are you saying? Those people that voted her in to be their leader because she's the daughter of Bola Ahmed Tinubu is fault? No, you don't think like that. Listen, it's all about who can do it. It doesn't matter who did it. Listen, it's all about the Lagosians were not after who is going to be the one to fix Lekki, but Lekki should be fixed, and Lekki is fixed. There's no point we going down to all those menial statements and of those issues. Look, we have a country at stake. We have a country that need to be fixed. And then we have somebody who has fixed records of fixing Lagos, and he is coming to replicate what he did in Lagos. Look, all over the world, globally, there are people that God gave talent, resources, but the issue is fixing it. We don't care, Mr. Kenneth, not Wasuwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If you have a company, and then I personally can recommend to the APC that this Mr. Kenneth is an expert in fixing, we will give you appointment. Your company will be given appointment. But what is the interest of Nigeria? Is it Kenneth company or the fixing of Nigeria?
It's actually the fixing.
It's actually the fixing.
But the question is, at what cost of integrity? Leadership should be
what
an
is
example.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Are you saying that even if he
Listen
becomes
to
the
me.
president and he should be able to take up a Nigerian own investment? Are you saying this is right?
Are you saying looting, or are you saying he bring a system that brought billions, and then in the billions the company is supposed to get 2%, and he get 2%, and that's the problem? Globally, go and check. That is the standard. Listen, that is the standard. It's not about his company or that company. Usually, it is, in fact, it is done anywhere. When you bring a system, there's a problem, and then you bring a system or a software program, okay, that can do the work. Usually, the designer of the program gets certain percentage.
That is not the question. The question is, must it be him taking the money?
Who said he is him? These are Nigerian thinking, which I don't want to go into that. What should be the interest of a common man is fixing Nigeria. It is not about is this or that. Obviously, we all know in the system. Listen, in every government, there are people that have invested in that government. If you say somebody invested in bringing a government on board, and then they are politics and business, they work hand in hand. Politics and business work hand in hand all over the world. We all know what all these things. I don't want to be talking about things like that, because that is not what Nigerians are after. Nigerians are after who can fix us, who can salvage us from where we are. The global meltdown have hit us. You wonder, Buhari, we entered recession twice. Yeah. You know what the COVID-19 have caused the whole world, talk less of Nigeria. So these are the issues that we want somebody. The TSA that the revenue generation you talked about, you know, the one that he did in Lagos when he was a governor, when then he had issues with the the then president Olusegun Obasanjo,
And his money was held
about 2 years,
yeah.
no state could survive in Nigeria. I stand to be corrected. No state can survive 2 years of zero allocation from the federal government and then survive. But that was the moment Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu transformed Lagos beyond what it is. From about 300 or there about a million per annum to billions that is we are having today, hundreds of billions. So the issue is the magic he did in Lagos. Can he be able to repeat or replicate the magic that can transform Nigeria? If Nigeria is transformed, all these issues that you are talking about will not come on board. It's because we don't have. Nigerians will always talk. You know Nigeria. You have been in Nigeria. You are a Nigerian. You know Nigerians. Nigerians love talk. We talk more and act less, and that is why we are where we are. We are bringing people. We want to bring people on board who talk less and act more, because we are after the results, not the talks.
Well, if you're joining, this is People and Politics, and with us on the show is a very vibrant and fiery LPC stakeholder, Comrade Dauda Kushu. Comrade, it's been a pleasure having you. But before we go,
My pleasure,
I would like to bring in, like you said, something, and I told you we'll get to that. The other candidates. You know, without being a partisan, there has been a clamor that the People Democratic Party candidate, Mr. Atiku Abubakar, has been making a lot of waves and a lot of inroads in the northern Nigeria. Where are you coming from? So I want to ask you now, as a northern Nigerian, as a youth, as a man who has been able to mentor, you know, over 5,000 Nigerian youths on your platform. You've been able to bring in youths all over North Central, the Northeast, and you know, everywhere in the North. You're well known. What do you have to say? Because when I ask questions in the North, what I hear is that Atiku is making very strong inroads in the North. And I want to ask you now categorically, what is your expectations for the performance of Mr. Atiku Abubakar in the upcoming elections in the North?
I ordinarily wouldn't have want to talk about them, because my politics is to sell my candidate. But when you are in this seat that I've been seated right now, you should expect questions like that. You asked me about Atiku Abubakar, who came from Adamawa State, where I hail from, and then somebody that I schooled right from primary school and secondary school with some of his children. You will put me in a fix if I should say what I'm supposed to say. But the reality is, Atiku is coming from the PDP, and then Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is coming from the APC. The APC, we all know, are dominated in the northern Nigeria. You know what I mean. The governors of Northwest, for example, so it's a stronghold for APC. Okay, and then this Atiku that we are talking about, 2019 with Peter Obi, they could not pull votes that the APC under Baba Buhari pulled. And then now, the Atiku, the Konkoso, and the Peter Obi are going to split the APC votes. The PDP votes, sorry. They are going to split the PDP votes, and you are still thinking that the intact APC votes, and then with all the sweeping that we have been sweeping clean, you know, and you are still doubting and still thinking that somebody any magic could come from anywhere. It is not realistic. But credit to all of them. You can go to Adamawa State and then you gauge what Tinubu have done to Lagos and what Atiku have done to Adamawa State. Okay. What Obi, who was governor of Anambra, what he did in Anambra, the people he has raised. We know, we have told you that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he was able to bring a cabinet together, nurture that cabinet, performed in Lagos, continue to be with them. Today they are vice president of the Federal Republic, they are ministers, the Arik Bashalas, they are ministers, the Fashalas, even the Ambode that just finished. You know where he is, all courtesy of this man, the Senate President, the Speaker, Bajamila, and all. You see, leadership and mentorship are two different things. Some people were born to be leaders. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, without any mixing of words, is clearly born to be a leader. While others, all they know, even when you give them the opportunity, they don't know what to do with the opportunity. The others, among the other candidates, I wouldn't want to call name, you know them, they are perpetual losers. All they do, they come with money, buy primaries, go to the election with no any other program to the people, go back to abroad, fold their arms, wait for another 3-4 years, come back, bring out their money again. So we are used to this. They have not impacted on any life. They have not groomed anybody. They have not groomed people when they had the opportunities. Their boys have flew away while we have been harvesting the boys, because this is where it's all happened. This is where we groom leaders and then potential leaders. This is the only hope for Nigerian youth, that since Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu believe in youth, groom youth, raise youth, that is the right person. If given the opportunity, all the youths in this country will have a cause to smile, because obviously their potentials, their capabilities will be considered, will be given chance to be harnessed or to contribute in the development of this country, and in the end all of us will have a cause to smile and celebrate Nigeria when Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu take Nigeria to the rightful position that they deserve to be in the global scene and the global economy.
Honorable Dauda, I really like your passion for your candidate. But before we go, I also like to look at the fact, the obedience. It seems to be shaking the internet now. The fact, everywhere you go now, it looks like everybody has a rally for be obedient, a walk, or a kind of a street gathering for him. What do you have to say?
Listen.
Most people say that obedience is actually a thought force. But when you look at the wave, the passion among most Nigerian youth and the way they galvanize themselves.
I don't like this word among most Nigerian youth, because all the Nigerian youth, the PDP Nigerian youth are on social media. The APC Nigerian youth are on social media. So I don't want anybody to be
It sounds more of the obedience on the social media.
Okay, well, the voting is not going to be on social media, please. The voting is going to be at the grassroots, who don't even have telephone numbers. Okay, who have belief, who want to see a new government, who goes by track record. If you tell them, go to the core north, I give you assignment as a journalist, go to the far north, ask them, please, on the street, ask them, who is, just say Obi. The Obi they know is Mikel Obi, the footballer, and other Obis. Wow. I'm coming. They don't understand that the difference between this Obi and that Obi because of the track record. You cannot just sit on the comfort of your bed or your room, you Google stories, and then you come out on media and then you talk. The Nigerians want to know the realities. They want to feel the reality. So I don't condemn, because my own is to sell my candidate, because I have a lot of better things to say about my candidate, but I know they don't have. But the politics of 2023 is going to shock Nigerians. It's good if some people obviously want to vote Obi. Obviously Obi will get vote. Obviously Atiku will get vote. Others will even get vote. But who owns the larger vote? We have the larger vote, because APC is the government to beat. APC is the party that have touched life, that people know. The truth about it is that everybody knows that we have fixed infrastructure in this country. People know that for the first time, a poor man in the village now know that the government, through all our programs, social intervention programs, which you all know. I don't need to mention the trader money, this and that, the NASEL, all the business people have been benefiting, the refund. There are so many. All these ones, by the time we begin to collect our votes and we tally the votes, you will search for some of these social media boys. You will not find them anywhere. then you will understand what I'm talking about. The election is we are just waiting for time to go and cast the vote. Thank God, the APC government for the first time have put a system, a mechanism that would give Nigeria the best election we ever had in this country, in the history of this country. The free, fair, credible election we're going to be witnessing under Muhammadu Buhari. At least he has promised that is the legacy going to leave Nigeria. We have seen how we've been dragging with the National Assembly on the electoral bill that became now a law, and then we have seen the election in Osun State where you could not do anything about the election. You just because the votes of the people, the wishes and aspirations of the people, once they give their vote to any direction, that is what will eventually come out. And we are telling you, Asuwaju is for Nigeria. Asuwaju is not for a section. Look at what you say. Atiku he was in Kano. He said he is for the north. Obi, we all know. The Obis, they are in the southeast. We all know. The obedient, go to Kano, go to Jigawa, go to Borno State, say Obi. They will ask you, who is Obi? Is it the Mikel Obi, or which of the Obis are you talking about? Because they all watch football and they know Mikel Obi and they know that he's a Igbo man. So they maybe think that maybe it's Obi, and Obi is not contesting, by the way. Mikel Obi is not contesting.
He's not anyway.
That is the Mikel Obi, the popular one they know. The one on social media, go and do London social media, and then the London will vote you. But the reality on ground, every nooks and cranny, APC are there. We are. Look, this is for the first time. Have you ever seen Obi's wife or Obi's child or Obi's friend? Anywhere you go is Obi, and it's always stop there. Watch what is happening. Just watch the news. You find Asuwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Lagos, his wife in Borno, his son is in Lagos. You understand what I'm saying? They are crisscrossing Nigeria. The APC, the ministers, the governors, these boys. That is the essence. That is what it takes to build a team, a structure. Who have a team? Who among them have a team? They were one team. They splitted themselves because they never had a leader. But we have a leader in APC who have been bringing everybody together, who have shown capacity in carrying and building a new team and a new Nigeria. Our vision is a reality come 2023 by the special grace of God.
And that is what we'll be ending the show with. By the special grace of God, we know that the best man will definitely win the 2023 elections.
And that's what you will have in
well, that is your permutation. That is what you want. This has been a very interactive section. It has been a very, very, very engaging session. Honorable Dawood, I must commend you for coming. And I will say you're a very wonderful person. And if you're watching, this is SRTV London. My name is Kenneth Paul, and we had a very good conversation with Mr. Dawood Kushu, who is an APC stakeholder. And like I said before, he is well known in Adamawa State and in the far north as a leader, a mentor. He is successfully groomed, empowered, and motivated over 5,000 Nigerian youths on his platform and on different sections. He's been able to empower Nigerian people and give them the mindset, the hope of a better Nigeria through the Nigerian youth. And if you're watching, this is SRTV, like you know, we believe in the youth, we believe in a free and fair government, we believe in a government that is socially responsible and carrying along everybody. And you should know also that we're having what we call the Next President reality TV show, which comes up on your screen. And this show is actually made to groom Nigerian youth to look into manifesto presentation, to look into social debates, coming together to talk about what they should do, what they could do as leaders of Nigeria going forward. Like you've seen, Honorable Dawood has been here defending his candidate, speaking on the manifestos. This is what kind of politics we want to see going forward. We want to see a politics where people will be able to identify what their candidates would do, how exactly they would do it, and what they plan to do when they get there. And this is SRTV London saying, see you next time on the People and Politics show. My name is Kenneth Paul. Bye-bye.
Innovative content, global audience.